You get out here in the AT and you get down to basic essentials. Food, clothing, and shelter. Your facades, your defense mechanism that you have is stripped away.
Everyone out here is looking for something, or they're running away from something, or in some cases both. In some cases they're not sure, in some cases they are sure, but they don't want to admit it. But people give up a lot when they go out for 6 months.
It's a very unique cross-section that goes from the bag boy at Walmart to the chairman of Fortune 500 companies.
But the one thing that unites them all is their love of nature. The sights they see, the things that God created that they see, has to be phenomenal.
Everyone that does a long trip at some point, and certainly more than once, receives unexpected and completely surprising kindness from complete strangers. And usually at the time when you need it most. I'd hiked a great deal with my dad. I was raised by my father. He had helped build the trail. We had talked about doing the trail together when I got out of high school. And he died my senior year of high school. I was going to hike in college, and I went overseas instead. I was going to hike after college. I went to work. I was going to hike before I went back to school. I didn't. I was going to hike after I was done with school, and I didn't. I was going to hike before I got married, and I didn't. I was going to hike the trail after I got divorced, and I didn't. I've hiked the trail in its entirety 8 times, of which 7 were through hikes. Most trail angels, the people that go out and do things for hikers, most of them are former hikers. Some of them just do it because they like doing it. They like meeting the hikers. They just like putting smiles on people's faces.
How many people in the world could bring you to a place like this? I was a cocaine addict, alcoholic with post-traumatic stress from Vietnam. I've been trying to get sober 3 or 4 times, and at that time I got about 6 months sobriety together when I started hiking. I live on AT. Home is where you hang your food bag. My goal of coming out here was to find out who I was. I just realized that before I could do anything about myself or the world or my situation or anything, I had to find out who I was. I hiked 1,000 miles the first year. Got a job, made some money, and spent the whole winter looking at camping catalogs. What I needed for the next trip. And then the second year I came out with the intention of learning how to live with other people. Work on my social skills. You know, I could walk down the trail and I could talk. You know, they would listen to what I had to say, which I couldn't find anyplace else till I come out here on the AT.
You have a trap set. It's all baited, ready to go. Now we just wait for a thru-hiker to come through.
And I got to where I was getting to relate to people. And it was easier because they were like me. You know, everybody has something in common. They can talk about their feet hurt, their gear, friggin' rain, days and days of rain. Down south, 35 degrees, raining, sleet. Not cold enough to snow, but you wish it'd snow. Everything you own's wet. Everything's wet. Damp. Feet start getting like prunes from being wet, so wet. But I learned a huge lesson in that. I learned how to accept things the way they are. There was nothing I could do about it. I remember specifically coming to a point where, you know, I could be wet and miserable, or I can be wet. It's my choice. You know, no one's making me do this. Got the book the first time, it was in the wrong place. It misfired. Cold beer.
Red duct tape this time. I forgot to spray myself. Bugs love me because I may be negative. All right. I'm getting back out of these woods before I get eaten alive. I started doing trail magic 5 years ago, before I even knew what it was. I was living at the campground at the other end of Duncannon. At that time, that summer, I was homeless. I didn't have a roof over my head. We lived in a tent. We cooked on an open fire, and we cut and split our own wood. It was stressful at times, but I enjoyed it. We got talking to hikers, and I started doing things to help them. And one day, a hiker named B-Man, who spent about 2 days at our campsite, called me a trail angel. And I said, "What's that?" And he said, "Well, you're a trail angel. You're Trail Angel Mary." The more I learned about it, the more I wanted to help these hikers. Because the time they're hiking that trail, which takes them 6 months, they are carless, homeless, and jobless. Hiker trash! They're looking like, who's yelling at us? I love doing that. And you're a long way from home. So you need a friend that treats you like family. And I feel I want to do that for you. So. Hi, how you doing? I brought you some thru-hikers.
Too many rivers, too many rocks.
Well, you just have to come to Trail Days for your reunion.
No doubt. Sounds nice.
Yeah. And make sure you find me, and I'll feed you something cooked in my slip cooker.
Yeah, you're not hard to find.
No. This is true. Yeah, new boots. Okay. If you help others, you get your mind off your own troubles.
Don't know where the clippers have made it off to. Ah! This isn't it. If I were clippers, where would I be? There's not that many places for them to hide. You haven't seen the clippers the last couple of days, have you?
Not since somebody was getting a haircut.
I'm about to give up. I don't know what else to do. Shad, come in. I can't find the clippers.
Let me run find my glasses case while you're looking for that.
Oh. Oh. No, it's a black case. I saw them yesterday. I know. I run like a chicken with its head cut off all the time. I don't know. The very first involvement with hikers was mostly through my mother. We lived close to a trailhead. There were 7 kids, and people would come and ask for directions and water and, you know, just general help. I need to water my flowers. I grew up not knowing a single person of another race until I was in high school. So meeting people from other parts of the country and other parts of the world was quite an event. Meeting college students was a big deal because a lot of people here weren't going off to college. It was kind of interesting to have a stranger walk into your yard with a big backpack and big sticks and smelling like a mountain man. This is our sign-up board for beds. So we have Silver Hills on this bed, and Jet is leaving. So that's the room that Politician's going into. Somebody spell politician for me. P-O-L-I?
P-I-R-T-Y.
Then I did the grow up and get married and have 3 kids and get divorced and move back home to mom. And guess what? The hikers were still coming.
Two years ago, I came home from the pub to my apartment, and I said, I'm cooking breakfast for the hikers in the morning. And he said, okay, we're making French toast. I said, no, we're making French toast, bacon, home fries, and scrambled eggs. He said, no, we're making French toast, that's it, and they'll like it. I said, no, we're making French toast, scrambled eggs, bacon, and home fries. Okay. When we found an apartment in Duncannon, I decided to continue doing trail magic since I was right on the trail. How many vegetarians do we have? Just one today? Are you the only one? And there's more biscuits in the oven, and home fries are on their way in a second.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If there's hikers coming through town and I say to them, is there anything you need? And some hikers might say, would you know anywhere I can stay cheap? So I say, well, you can sleep on my living room floor. I try and feed them during the heaviest part of the year on Sundays. Every Sunday I try and feed hikers. Okay, baby.
Maria, what else do you do besides trail magic?
I work at the Riviera Tavern, which is at the other end of town, I bartend and cook. I cook at the pub. I shoot pool. I'm in 2 pool leagues. I'm a very busy person.
Thanks.
All right, we got OJ. They all seem to be very health conscious. They read the labels. I've never seen people read labels as much as they do. I don't think I ever read a label, ever. But they read the labels. And there's always a reason, oh no, we can't have that. I don't get to travel much. And when I meet these hikers, it's like I get to learn about different parts of the United States through them. How's my assistant chef doing back here? We're ready for those home fries. Greg? Greg! I need that home fries.
The cheese is not melted.
I need the home fries.
Don't you yell at me!
I didn't say anything about the cheese. And a spoon to serve them, please. Well, you don't listen. I need a spoon for this. I need a spoon to serve the home fries. Here you go.
You want us to sit it down?
Home fries. You're very welcome. I hope your bellies are full. Okay, so 6 o'clock is supper. We're having crab stuffed tilapia and steamed cauliflower with cheese sauce. Even if they do make it this far, which is more than halfway, a lot of them are thinking about quitting when they get here. And there's been hikers that have told me, what you did for us helped us go on. There's not much left to do. I got that in the cooler. Sometimes hikers will give me money, but I never ask for it. I want them to make it to Katahdin. So if I can do something to help them make it, you know, cool beans. So that's why I don't ask for their money. They need their money to make it to Katahdin. And if I have to pinch pennies for 2 months after I'm finished doing trail magic, so be it. Blow the candles out. Breakfast is over and it's noon somewhere. I have 2 grown kids. One I haven't seen since he was 12. My daughter lives a couple towns north of here. When it's first over, I'm like, okay, now I can take some 0 days and rest. But then about a month later, I'm going, oh, I miss that. I miss meeting those people. I kind of go through like a withdrawal. You know, I'm always getting those pictures out that I took during the summer and looking at them to fill that emptiness a little bit. But it's not, it doesn't completely replace it.
Anyone that's hiked the trail could tell you of complete strangers that just met them, discovered they were hiking, and they bring them home, they get them a shower and cook them a meal. And sometimes it's as simple as a ride to town, or sometimes it's more than that. The time was right about 10 years ago. So I ended up doing 6 months on the trail, and it was great. And came back and hiked again the next year. And it wasn't something I planned to do, but I just kept coming back. And what I ended up doing for the better part of 10 years was hike the Appalachian Trail.
Where'd y'all stay last night? My name's Mala.
What, Mala?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
I do trail magic I've been doing it for like years, 10 years.
Wow.
Going up, traveling up and down the trail.
Cool.
Like I just don't go to one place like a lot of people. I have a whole kitchen there. I have a smoker and everything else. And I've followed people all the way to Maine before.
Wow.
So you need some water?
Thank you.
Say what? No, the Mala. What's up, honey? Cold beer?
What's up, Mama?
All right, yeah, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Cold beer?
Cold beer?
Did I stutter? I forgot your name.
Provo.
Provo.
Holy shit, it's Marla!
It's a mala.
Cold beer?
If I went home, I don't know that I'd want to come back, so gotta keep going.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I've made it this far.
But are you gonna thru hike?
My intentions are to thru hike. At first, I kind of just let the thought pass over me because I was busy with other things, and then one day it just hit me like it was something that I thought I'd want to do. When you get in that tightly enclosed, like almost tunnel with the same ground and the same forest, where it can seem very monotonous. The way your mind deals with everything is, you can find patterns. But once you break through into an opening, it's such a release from all of that. Some people come out here because they're trying to find something or they're trying to run from something, but you can't run from yourself. The thought crosses my mind every single day to get off the trail, and I keep pushing on.
What keeps you from doing that?
Well, just like right now, like being here, seeing you, and you know, this helps, you know.
You can take your water, you can suck it up, you'll be there an hour and a half.
You're going through the top line.
Yeah.
Would you mind just taking me there?
Where do you want to go?
Something to eat there. If it's that a big deal, is that a problem?
No, I'm going that way. You know, he's out here by himself. If they're going to hike all the way from Georgia to Maine, they got to get that single-minded thing going, or they will go start thinking about home, and the next thing you know, they're home.
Nice meeting you. Maybe well, I guess I won't see you again.
Oh, you never know. Happy trails, my friend.
I found him, Jack. I knew they couldn't be too far.
This past summer, I haven't hiked as much as I have in recent years. I was injured for a good deal of the summer. I was actually able to do for some of this year's hikers what people had done for me over 10 years.
You ready for your bus cut? Well, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna save that side for last. Lean way down. Tell me if it pulls. It may need some oil. The first time that someone called me a trail angel, I'd never heard that word before. And I thought he was flirting with me. Reach up here and touch that.
Oh, that's Uncle Sam issue.
Yep, it is.
That's
Buzz.
No. No.
Part you don't want her to mess up, right? Part you don't want her to mess up.
People hiking the trail, it's about 25% women, 75% men. So that's pretty cool.
Don't you shave my mohawk off?
I tend to get along very well with men in general. So I think that I do enjoy the tension. And it's some incorrigible flirts out here on this trail. And it brings it out in me. You're done. Just shake it up.
Your dad cut your hair?
No, Delaware line.
A little bit of mother's milk.
Can you move the cigarette? It's behind your ear.
Oh. Now I have to go take a shower.
Have you had a shower
Yeah.
today?
Uh-huh.
You lying to me, aren't you?
No, I had a shower
Doesn't
today.
smell like
First
it.
thing I did when I got here.
Wow, look at that pile of hair. In the grass. Not around Jack's dinner table.
Okay, dude, what do you...
Well, we'll do that in a little bit later.
That's supposed to be the AT logo. AT.
I think you should give him a mohawk.
I think they're going to put a little color in it, though, to bring it out. Do I look like a fuchsia person?
My friend Miss Janet, on several occasions, police have dropped people off at her house who are either homeless or drifting or hobos or mentally ill or a combination of all of them.
Set a decent table.
You got it, right?
I think it's partly based on appearance, the way hikers look.
She's showing more attitude than you are. Oh.
But Janet reacts to this with dry amusement.
And look that way just a little bit.
What, you think you're stronger than me? Or just more persistent?
Wow! He is stronger than you.
Holy crap!
As well we should.
Hey, weren't you the
Hard
one?
to squeeze it
Where did the dressing go?
This Miss Janet's house thing is not something I've done by myself. It's been an AT family group effort.
In the middle of the night.
It fills a huge, huge gap in my life.
Baltimore Jack, everybody quiet.
All right, wait a minute, I gotta do this. I want to do this. It sounds good. See how cool?
And at moments like this, we think about our friends ahead of us, our friends behind us. I hope you all get where you want to go and find what you're looking for. Most of all, we're very happy to have landed in a great place. Thank you, Miss Janet and her family, for taking us in.
For all of her hospitality and all the fabulous hikers.
Hip hip hooray!
Cheers!
I have a great many friends. I don't have a lot of family members. I spend a lot of time by myself, and I have no difficulty spending time by myself. I spent 7 months out of the year living in the woods, and when I'm back in a town, I'll spend a good portion of that time thinking or wishing I was back out in the woods. Loner? No, I'm not antisocial, but at the same time, I look forward to spending a great deal of time by myself. I enjoy my own company.
Yeah, we were wondering if we'd ever see you again.
People ask me if I'm a thru-hiker, and I say, no, I've already proved my mettle. My mettle was proven in Vietnam. A lot of veterans buried their feelings, as I did, until it just turned into rage, because I wasn't able to vent out my feelings. Nobody wanted to hear me. You just don't fit into society. You know, I was 19 years old. I did what I was expected to do. My dad took me, you know, serving my country. And I was in Vietnam about 2 weeks, and I was totally 100% disillusioned with everything I learned my whole life. It was bullshit, everything. Well, the U.S. is the greatest nation, and it's all apple pie and mom, and it's like, no, it was oppression. We were oppressing some people. We're exercising our might over somebody else that doesn't want us. It's, you know, it's Yankee imperialism, flat out. Raping the world for resources. Hikers to the packs. So there's a hiker right there. Go up here and talk.
Let's give him a ride. How are you doing?
I'm wore out.
Do you have a trail name?
Kind of Maverick kind of stuff.
Maverick. I like it. So, are you up here at Little Creek right here? Yes. Okay. So have you been doing the trail in sections, or? Yeah. Good time of the year to do that for sure. Take care of yourself.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Just doing things like that's what got me started in this in the first place. My kids were small, and I'd just gotten divorced and graduate school didn't work out with 3 children, so came back home and started seeing hikers everywhere and move them from one end of town to the other. At the end of every season, I'm very tired and ready for a break, but after a few weeks, then I'm really bored and just kind of suffer from the stimulation of having all the conversations going. I've suffered really badly when my girls left. I cried for a year. I did fall in love last year, though. That kind of scared the bejesus out of me. I've been single for 19 years. It was wonderful. So I meet this gentleman from Germany, and he told me that he was very interested in me, so it was kind of a high school kind of thing, you know. I was like, oh, I can't believe you really like me. I was smitten. But we spent 6 weeks together. He actually hiked out of Erwin with plans that we would stay in touch and see each other in a few months. And that's my calendar here. That was the 99-day countdown until he came home. And got really sick. So we don't stay in touch at all. So I stay away from him.
I started putting coolers out with beverages in them. A lot of people disagree with that. They don't feel that that's real trail magic. But when they come down off that mountain and they're out of water and they're very parched, the thankfulness I see in them when they get a little container of lemonade is just awesome. The park ranger told me to stop doing this. They say I'm creating the possibility for litter. Mary has been putting coolers out to help hikers for 6 years. The Appalachian Trail Committee says it's littering and keeps hikers from spending money in town. I say when it is a crime for a person to spend their own time and money to help others and to personally keep 2 areas clean, her actions should be encouraged, not hindered. In support of Mary, sponsored by James A. Shaver. That is awesome. So if anybody sees this that's complaining, they'll read why it should go on.
I don't know why they do what they do. I think there are different motives for it. I mean, in some cases, there might be people that are looking for companionship or friendship. But I think that represents a very, very small percentage. I think most of the people that do these things for hikers are just genuinely really kind, really, really good people.
I am. And what's your name? And what's your name again? I forgot. Red Sox. No whammies? And how'd you get that name? What did I feed you guys on 4th of July last year? Do you remember? How's the chili, guys? Huh? Yeah, I'll try a taste. What's your name?
I'm Ponch.
Ponch?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Ponch.
What's your name?
I'm Mary.
Nice. Cool.
So how do you end up being called Firemonger? Very nice to meet you. Where are you at in the trail?
We're in
Erwin. Down with Miss Janet.
Yeah.
Cool. She's a great lady, isn't she?
That's awesome. I look extremely right. Yeah, no, yeah. That's so great.
Did you go have some chili?
Thank you, Mary.
You're very welcome. All right, cool.
Yeah, you got to hook Grace.
Hey, how you doing, Grace girl? You still got chili in there, huh?
That'd be good to kraut right with it.
You want kraut in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Just the kraut?
Yes.
You want some of the other stuff?
Not right yet. Yeah,
Is that enough?
I've made about 700 pancakes this morning. I think 12 to 15 gallons of cowboy coffee. It's Smallest Magic, Madness, and Mayhem. It's part of the mayhem, I guess. Maybe the magic. There you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, all the basic food groups are represented. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Let me show you what these sons of bitches did last night. The sons of bitches dug a pit under my tent and put the tent back on it. So around 4 in the morning last night, when it could be argued that I had had a beverage or two.
My name is Breeze. I like being out in the woods. I like time to just walk and contemplate, appreciate all the beauty in the natural world. Out here is just something different, it's something other than real world. Nobody's interested in accruing anything or collecting everything. People are just pretty much happy to, walk light and see the sights. I don't think anybody comes out in the woods to find spirituality. I don't think anybody comes out here and trips over God. Simplicity of mind isn't something that you really strive towards, it's something that you are. When I'm in the woods all day long, it's the easiest thing in the world. Maybe it's not a type of person that does it. Maybe after you do it, you become a different type of person.
Okay. It's a very small town that in its heyday was probably very prosperous. But now it's an old rundown town, but it's awful friendly. I don't imagine moving away from here. I cook wings. I'm the wing queen in the area. I have 56 flavors. And I bartend from 5 o'clock till closing. I've thought about doing some hiking myself to get in better shape. But my main problem with that is finding the time to do it. If I didn't do what I did for hikers, I could have a couple $1,000s more in my pocket. What I started out doing generous things has brought back to me so much love from belonging to the Appalachian Trail family. I don't go to church every Sunday, but I do believe in God. God's presence is most shown to me through nature. So the hikers have given me a way to thank God for helping me when I've been in trouble. Well, there's no snow. That's good. Come on, make it quick. You know, I think that the one goal that everybody should have in their life, that they are more of a giver than a taker. I think I felt like I was a taker for way too many years. And I really started getting blessings back when I started trying to give a little bit. I think it touches something in a lot of people to be respected for what they're doing and supported. I try not to take that for granted because I know how nice it is to get it back. Dear Miss Janet, thank you for providing one of the most enjoyable stops on my entire trip in 2003. I spent a couple of days with you drying out and found your home to be one of the most supportive and relaxing places I have ever been in my entire life. I did not complete the trail that year, and I'm saving up to try to pass that way again, and I hope very much to see you again on that trip. You are the kindest and most generous person I know, and I want to be just like you when I grow up.
Come here, Tucker, dog. Come here. Come here. Come here, big guy. Yeah, Tucker's got a good place. Tucker, dog. Good boy. There's times when I go hide because I need to be away from people. Me and Tuck go hike by ourselves. I owned a house. I had a kid and a wife and everything else. It just didn't work out. The system wants you to conform, and they do that by putting fear in you. The one thing about hiking AT is they eliminate that fear, that thing of being a victim. The trail is a way to deal with right now. Just living in the moment, being, just to be. I found my quest. I spread love to people.
I was a suit for a while. We don't talk about that time in my life. I feel a sense of obligation to help people. I mean, I did hike the trail 7 years in a row, which, looking back at it now, is a certain sort of madness. So I almost don't want to embrace the title of Trail Angel, because in doing so, it would seemingly imply that I'm no longer an active hiker. I still have a lot of trips left in me. I'm just not ready to stop traveling yet. Good as new.
Driving down secluded roads, all that city gridlock seems so far